You know, I invest into a lot of cryptocurrencies. So much so that I have well over 100 different cryptocurrencies in my possession. Now, while some are invested for a challenge that I've done investing into lower end cryptocurrencies, not necessarily for use case or what they are or anything like that, just investing in 100 different cryptocurrencies, I have about maybe 20 to 30 that I'm invested heavily into that I fully believe in for the use cases, for the previous prices that it's been to, for the communities and all of that stuff. But I rarely talk about all of them, right? I talk about a lot for XRP. I talk about a lot with Jasmine Coin, CRO, some of my top positions that I have there. But I also have top positions in, Ethereum. I have a heavy position in YFI. I have a heavy position in AVAX. And I want to go through some of those. So that's what I'm going to do in this video is go through my AVAX position, what I like about it, what it is, any news that's happening right now, and give you guys a little bit of an update of this position. I know that you always lean more towards the popular side of things and what is out there, but I will talk about that as well as talking about what's going on with the other positions that I do hold. So, with that being said, let's talk about AVAX. Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. Right, it does help out the channel if you guys do that. The first link in the description will be for BTCC. If you specifically use my link, you will get a 10% deposit bonus. You can also get up to $10,055 worth of extra bonuses and get 40% lower trading fees. Also, you can trade all the way up to a 500x leverage if you want to. And if you go down here, you'll be able to receive $100, 100 USDT coupons issued the next business day. So feel free to check out my link for BTCC down below. It is a great platform. I've been using it for about a year. It's going on a little bit over that, but it's been a phenomenal platform for me, and I think it will do the same for you. Now, for my position specifically, right? I have two different positions in AVAX. I have one that's sitting over in my Forever wallet, and I have another amount that's actually in Coinbase that's not necessarily for forever, but I plan on making moves with it as we start seeing these levels being hit. AVAX hasn't really experienced a major breakout like we've seen with XRP or with Jasmine Coin or with Bitcoin and Ethereum and how they've broken out to new all-time highs. We haven't seen that for AVAX lately. We are seeing a reasonable market cap, a reasonable level of growth, honestly, and ridiculous amount of growth in what we can see for the future, right? Maybe a 10x, maybe even further than that, as we see it grow to potentially hundreds of dollars. But AVAX, if you're looking at the position itself and looking at what I have, it currently sits at $27.57. If you look down right below the chart, you're going to see what I hold in AVAX in my Coinbase wallet. I hold 431 in my Coinbase wallet, which is about $12,000 as of right now. My average price is $25, and I'm looking at a $1,000 gain as of right now. The return, today's return, is actually a loss of $1,200, while still looking at unrealized return overall at $1,100-ish. Now I also have another 100 that's sitting over in my Ledger wallet that I plan on holding on to for forever so that I can see the maximum level of gains as well as the maximum use that we can see in those positions. I do that for many of my bigger believers, my bigger coins that have a bigger community, that have a bigger use case to it, and all of that. So with that being said, before we get into kind of my predictions and where things can go, what is AVAX coin? So AVAX is a native cryptocurrency of Avalanche, a decentralized blockchain platform known for its high speed, low transaction costs, and scalability, supporting a wide range of applications from decentralized finance to enterprise solutions. AVAX is used to pay transaction fees, secure the network by staking tokens, and serve as a primary medium of exchange within the Avalanche ecosystem, which is comprised of three interoperable blockchains X chain for asset creation, C chain for smart contracts, and P chain for coordinating validators and sub networks. So a little bit more of that, right? What is Avalanche? Scalable blockchain. Avalanche is built to handle a high volume of transactions, thousands per second, with low latency, near instant finality. 3 blockchain architecture, we just talked about that. X chain for creating and exchanging digital assets, including the AVAX token. Contract chain or C chain enables smart contracts to decentralize applications compatible with Ethereum tools. Platform chain or P chain manages validators, organize staking, and supports the creation of custom blockchains called subnets. Proof of stake consensus. The network uses proof of stake protocol to reach consensus, which is an energy efficient method for validating transactions. Subnets. The developers can create their own specialized blockchain subnets with unique rules, making the platform highly flexible. How is AVAX used? Transaction fees. So you can currently use it for transaction fees on the Avalanche network. Staking, validators stake AVAX tokens to participate in securing the network and earning rewards. Ecosystem medium of exchange. AVAX serves as a primary currency for all activities and transactions within the Avalanche ecosystem. So that's a breakdown, a brief summary of kind of what AVAX is and what AVAX can be used for. But to get into a little bit more, what's AVAX news? So AVAX is currently trading at $27.52, testing the $28 level of support. It is down by 9.5% for the past 24 hours. Seeing the major increase that we've seen all the way up to $35 recently, back down to $27, it may give you an opportunity to be in this purchase. Again, my cost basis is 25 cents or $25. Sorry. I would have loved to have bought a little bit earlier, but I was buying small amounts then because I only had small amounts of money, to now buying larger amounts of money, but still at a higher price because I believe in it a lot further, right? Recent news and updates. Bitwise ETF filing. Bitwise submitted the first U.S. spot Avalanche ETF proposal to the SEC on September 22nd, 2020. So that's very, very recent that we've seen that. We could be getting an Avalanche ETF, which I would imagine at some point you would have that, and at a larger point or a future date you would have an all-encompassing, which does include that ETF there as well. Visa integration. Visa expanded its stablecoin settlement network to include Avalanche in July 2025, validating its enterprise capabilities. You have AVAX One launch. Now AVAX One announced plans to raise $550 million to tokenize real-world assets on Avalanche. With Anthony leading the advisory board. Network upgrades. The Octane upgrade in July of 2025 significantly reduced the C-chain fees, while the ERC standard introduced encrypted ERC20 tokens to privacy and compliance. Institutional transaction or traction. Avalanche is gaining institutional momentum, attracting multi-million-dollar investments and corporate treasury plans. So there's a lot going for it. It's not just something that sits on the sideline that's not worth anything. Like it's going to be worth a lot more than people think. And where it stands, it just continues to fluctuate, right? We've seen it down to $17 all the way up to that level of $35. And we've seen all-time highs where it has broken $100, right? The all-time high is $146, which it can easily get back to again. If you look at the circulating supply, you have 422 million coins versus the max supply of 715 million. Currently at a $11.6 billion market cap. This can easily get to hundreds of dollars worth of a price. Right? You're talking about just jumping 4x up to a $44 billion market cap and $100 plus dollar price point. And then seeing that double up to an $88 billion market cap and getting to a $200 plus price point. This can be worth hundreds of dollars as you see more and more institutional adoption, more and more institutional excitement and interest. ETF excitement and interest, and the launch of many different ETFs that are going to be, easily launchable. As you see multiples, right? It's not just going to be, oh, one is getting approved this week. It's going to be 10. It's going to be 20. It's going to be, 100 that get approved within a short period of time. And some are all encompassing. Some are ones that are just single positions. But I'm excited for what Avalanche has to offer, for what AVAX has to offer, and I can't wait to see what I'm able to gain from it, because not only with the amount that I have in Coinbase, but also the amount in the yen that I'm holding for the longest term that we could possibly have. So guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you think about AVAX in the comment section below. If you are an AVAX maxi, if you've been investing into AVAX since very, very low prices. We're talking about the lowest price that we've seen for all-time low has been $2.79. If you were investing at that point 5 years ago, you made a lot of money, and you're making a lot of money. And then also seeing a level, just a few, a few years ago, you're looking at a $9.50 price. So you're able to get it for a third of where it is right now, or we're able to get it for a third of where it is right now. So let me know where you stand, how much you have. If you have thousands of it, congratulations. I would love to have that much, but I think I'm good with what I do have. As we see things move forward and as it becomes worth a lot more and usable, I think it'll be very interesting. But again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. Check out my link for BTCC if you guys want to start trading AVAX, because again, AVAX is at a very, very good spot for leverage trading. I even have a leverage trade in here. Let me actually go into my leverage trading platform, BTCC. If you want to utilize this platform, link is at the top of the description. But I have a leverage trade in my possession that's sitting at $17 of a price at a 10x leverage, and we're looking at a $27 price right now. I'm up 617%, or $574 on that play. So feel free to check out the link down below if you guys want to get started leverage trading. But I'm going to get out of here. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.